Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. It's nice to see you. Hope you're keeping well and having a great start to your weekend, guys. This is my post-match reaction stroke full-time thoughts to West Ham 5, Freiburg 1 on aggregates, of Freiburg 0 on the Europa League last 16 competition. As always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they're helping to support over 60 food banks at the time of this recording. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. So guys, as always, let's start off by talking about the team sheet. So a few changes from the Burnley game. Fabianski coming back in goal. Two changes to the, well, one change I should say, to the back line with Soufal and Mavropanos. Zuma coming back in for Agued in comparison to the Burnley game, and Creswell continuing at left back. Souček and Alvarez in the defensive midfield positions, with Bowen, Paquetá and Kudus out on the left this time, with Antonio up front by the looks of it. Yes, of course, you know, we know that it rotated left, right and centre for quite a fair bit, but very, very promising start. Very promising start to the tie, as we know we were 1-0 down. We won it 5-0 tonight. Absolutely brilliant. So 5-1 in aggregate, as I said at the start of the video. So, first goal. 8 and a bit, 9 minutes in. We get a corner. Ball comes in from Creswell. Souček heads it. It seems to tap off one of the Freiburg defenders, and Paquetá stretches and the toe poke cliche, and it's 1-0, and it's 1-1 on aggregate. You can see Paquetá was absolutely loving the fact that he'd scored it. You know, the bring us back into the tie properly. It was unreal. And then a little bit of possession football from West Ham. Some very, very good movements. Was it 17, 18 minutes on the clock? Antonio makes a great run down the right-hand side. Passes the ball over to give Kudus, but he puts it a little bit wide. More from Kudus in a few minutes. And then again, a few minutes later, again, what, 10, 12 minutes later, Souček rolls the ball to Antonio with Bowen running behind him. Bowen wins the ball properly, stays on his feet, nudges the midfielder, the Freiburg midfielder out of the way, does a great little mini run, and bam, it's in the back of the net, and it's 2-0 on just over the half an hour mark. Absolute bedlam scenes. But, you know, and then we went into the game at half time. So I went to the break, the half-time break, I should say, up 2-0 up. Still a little worry, 2-1 on aggregate. Fair play to the Freiburg fans, just absolutely singing their heart out in the first half. They knew they were still in it. They knew they could have got something. But one of the reasons, as I keep saying, guys, one of the reasons why we did so well in that first half, as I always say, is because we hemmed them in. Yes, okay, they had a couple of chances, but there was nothing really doing in the first half. But the majority of the time, we were playing the high line. We were penning them into their own box, and they just couldn't cope with it. They really, really couldn't. Second half comes around. An unbelievably brilliant piece of movement that gets Creswell on the score sheet. Possibly his final goal for West Ham. You could see the adulation and celebration on his face, from the adulation from the crowd and the celebration on his face, when bearing in mind, you know, Creswell's histories in home games in the Europa League for us over the last 3 seasons hasn't been brilliant. We know that. But yes, it was just, you could see how much it meant to him. He genuinely loves the club. We know that. It was a very, very special goal. But a few moments later, 20, 25 minutes later, if I remember, just before we talk about that, actually, if I remember correctly, I think Kudus, where are we? Yeah, Alvarez gets booked. Ward-Prowse comes on for Paquetá on the 62nd minute. Paquetá was threw his shin pads down in anger of being substituted. Didn't even go and say, didn't say thank everybody for on the sideline on Moyes. And I want to see that passion from a player. I really genuinely do want to see that passion. We need that. I want to stay on here longer. Granted, he's being rested for the Aston Villa game, but at the same point, guys, I understand his frustrations. Now, Kudus with one of the best, if probably not the best goal we'll ever see at the London Stadium this season. And I'm not saying so far, I'm saying across the board. Fucking Christ knows what length of time. 45 yard run from our own half down the entire length of that rest of that pitch. Kicks it with his right foot, rolling in. Doesn't look like it's going to go in. It's just rolling towards the post. Looks like it's going to shimmy out. And then all of a sudden it slowly but surely goes into the back of net. And we are fucking flying. 4-0 up. Absolutely carnage, to say the least. And 7-8 minutes later, great movements between Souček and Bowen. Bowen taps the ball to Paquetá, moves the ball 3 or 4 yards, and then smashes it again. He could have genuinely been on a hat-trick or 4 goals tonight. He really could have scored 4 goals, at least 3 or 4. As I say, that Antonio chance that was set up for him in the first half. As I say, Souček with a great ball to Bowen, got an assist. Bowen got an assist on the Kudus' second. Now, one thing I will say is massive, massive respect to the Freiburg fans, right? They make our lot, when we went down 5-6-0 to Arsenal, they make our fans, and I'm including myself in this, even though I stayed right to the end, it makes us look like we're entitled. They stayed the entire game, right till kickoff. Sorry, right till full time, I should say. I massively, massively respect from them for that. Granted, you can argue, okay, they've got hotels, so they don't need to stay anywhere, go anywhere anyway. It was an earlier kickoff, etc., etc. By the way, guys, unbelievable support from West Ham tonight. 5:45 kickoff. 60-odd thousand people making their changes to their working day to come in and watch that game. It was practically full to the rafters at kickoff. It was unreal. Absolute. I was really, like a lot of us, we were worried if enough people were going to be there for kickoff, and boy was there. Absolutely incredible movement from West Ham supporters base. Great atmosphere throughout the game in total. Great to see George Earthy make his appearance alongside Phillips. Earthy came on for Bowen, and Alvarez who was on a booking. He came off. Phillips didn't exactly cover himself in glory, did he, guys? 50 seconds on the pitch, first touch, puts the ball out of play. He worries me. He really, really does worry me. Danny Ings came on for Kudus as well. I say Ward-Prowse came on for Paquetá, as I mentioned earlier, and Johnson came on for Antonio on the 79th minute. So I am so happy for George Earthy making his debut, saying to the fans, "I'm here." Granted, he was on the pitch for 5 minutes. Didn't do all that much, but what he did do, he pressured the goalkeeper. He challenged the defender for possession. We want to see that. I want to see more of him. I do. I still think Casey should have started for this game, as I always say in the preview. I really think he should have done. At least come on as a substitution for Zuma. He played well. I can't think of anybody that really had a bad game out there over the entire game. There were little spits and spats here and there, but in general, yeah, it's superb. And we're through to the quarterfinals. We're going to wait for the draw to happen, which is going to happen tomorrow or later on today by the time the majority of you guys get to see this. But as always, guys, thank you very, very much for your time. Put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking on this result. I'm sure you're going to be a lot of happy supporters. Even some of the people that tried to put in there and just question my motives are going to be happy, I'm sure. But in the meantime, guys, please do like, share, and subscribe. We are now 4 away from 2,500. I swear you guys are doing this on purpose. Teasing me to get to 2,500. Come on. Loads of you guys have been watching it over the last 3 to 4 weeks. What was it? 4.4 thousand views over the last 4 weeks. A lot of you are not subscribed. And I know a lot of you that aren't subscribed are returning. It's completely free. So please do like, share and subscribe. It's not going to cost you anything at all to subscribe to this channel. It'd be great if we can get you four more by Sunday. It'd be brilliant. If we don't, we don't. But it'd be great if you can do. But guys, in the meantime, as I say, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know how you're feeling on this. And with the exception of saying Liverpool, who do you think we are going to get? Not who, or who do you want in the quarterfinal draw tomorrow afternoon? I'll keep you updated as much as I can. The Villa preview I'm going to be shooting tomorrow, so I'll probably do the Europa League quarterfinal draw first, get that up, and then put out the preview for Villa on Saturday morning. But we'll see where we go with it. But in the meantime, guys, either way, enjoy the rest of your night. If you're watching this on Thursday night, enjoy the rest of your end of your week and the start of your weekend. And I'll see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.